Muzzleloader season is one of my favorite times of the year. Modern muzzleloaders such as this CVA Accura are very accurate and relatively easy to use, but it requires some attention to detail to safely load and fire. In this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step breakdown on how to properly load and fire an inline muzzleloader. Firstly, it's important to note that you and only you are responsible for firearm safety as a gun owner. Make sure that the muzzle of your gun is always pointed in a safe direction. Do not attempt to load or fire your rifle before reading the manual of your particular firearm in its entirety. Before loading, you must make sure that the barrel is unloaded and free of obstructions. The easiest way to do this is to remove the breech plug and look down the bore of the rifle. If you do not see daylight through the muzzle, the gun is either loaded or the barrel is obstructed. Loads and/or obstructions may be removed by pushing them out the barrel with a range or cleaning rod. Always wear eye and ear protection. Flying debris from the breech area and muzzle are common with any firearm. If your rifle has not been shot since the last cleaning, it is recommended that you fire at least 2 primers through the barrel without a load. Aim into the ground, pointed at a leaf. Keep an eye on the leaf and watch for movement. If you can clearly see the leaf move, this assures that the breech is clear and dry and you're ready to safely load and shoot. The number 209 Shotshell primer has become the most common ignition source for inline muzzleloaders. This popularity has prompted several manufacturers to develop 209 primers specifically for the muzzle loading market. Choosing one of these specialty primers can result in better accuracy and less fouling of the barrel. Blackhorn 209 is a high-performance, clean-burning substitute for black powder. Due to consistent performance and high velocities attained with Blackhorn 209, many shooters have found that it is well worth the time to carefully measure preloaded tubes of powder. The maximum charge for my .45 caliber Accura is 110 grains by volume. Refer to the manual of your particular firearm to ensure you are using the correct amount. For my Accura, the Blackhorn breech plug is necessary when using Blackhorn 209. If you're using loose powder, like I am here, carefully pour the powder into a powder measure that is set for the amount of powder you wish to use. Pour the powder from the measure into the barrel. Never pour powder directly from a can or flask into the barrel. Hot ember or sparks in the barrel can cause a flash that in turn may cause the container to explode. If you're using pelletized powder, drop the desired number into the barrel. Only use the recommended loading data published specifically for your muzzleloader. Other models of muzzleloaders may have different powder charge and/or bullet requirements and limitations. Next, load and seat the bullet. Insert the loading ramrod into the barrel and push the bullet down the barrel until firmly seated on the powder charge. It is recommended that you place some kind of a mark on the rod that is even with the muzzle when the gun is loaded. This can be used as a reference point anytime this same load is used to be certain the bullet is fully seated in the barrel. The firing of a short start or improperly seated bullet may cause the barrel to burst. After loading the powder and the bullet, pull the trigger guard to the rear to open the action. Place a number 209 Shotshell primer into the breech plug and close the action with a firm snap. You are now ready to shoot. All powder storage containers and primers or caps should be kept well away from the shooting area. Sparks from shooting could cause accidental ignition of these materials. With the muzzle pointed in a safe direction, pull the hammer back until it stops. Carefully aim the rifle at the intended target and pull the trigger. If using pelletized propellants, it's recommended to swab the bore between shots with a slightly damp patch, giving several passes to the breech area to remove the residue ring that commonly forms. This will remove the bulk of the fouling from the last shot, making your loading more consistent and improving accuracy. With Blackhorn 209, between shot cleaning is not necessary from an accuracy or ease of loading standpoint, But following this procedure with any propellant will help to assure that there is no remaining ember or hot spot that may ignite the next powder charge prematurely. Due to the corrosive nature of all muzzle loading propellants, you must make cleaning a top priority as soon after shooting as possible. By following these steps, you'll be able to load and shoot a muzzle loader safely and effectively. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out MidwayUSA.com. They have just about everything you need for shooting, hunting, gunsmithing, and beyond. I'll see you in the next one.